Welcome to the Two Bros in a Budget YouTube channel. If you're new to our channel, please like this video, subscribe to our channel, leave a comment. We'd love to welcome you to our channel and hope you enjoy this video. We're talking about student loans.
Stop wasting money on that dumb shit and instead put it in investment. I know it's tempting to spend it and be broke again.
So a lot of times, higher education is considered just an integral part to society and tied right along with people's ambitions. Whether or not that's correct, that's just the reality of the world we live in. So that often comes at a cost, and that cost is oftentimes student loans. Because when you look at it, as of 2024, Americans are shouldering about $1.75 trillion in student loan debt. I mean, that's even a hard number to even think about.
Seriously. But what exactly does that mean to you? So the average student loan borrower owes about $28,950. That's a significant sum. That takes up a portion of their life. And if you think about that, you have a husband and wife that are both coming out with these loans, and then you say you have two cars, and then you get a mortgage now. Yeah, it's just so many loans that are pulling against this income you have.
All your expenses.
Exactly.
I mean, everything's more expensive
People
nowadays.
are coming out of school not making near as much as what their loans are. And so they're chasing this forever cycle. And that's why so many people, it's become a crisis because so many people haven't been able to do it. And their loans are actually increasing because their payments are so small towards their loan and their loans are growing so fast.
Yeah.
So it's become a whole issue.
We were talking this weekend with a friend of ours how he was looking at a study that said, a lot of college graduates expect to be making like $85,000 right out of college. That is simply not the reality.
Right.
It's like half that. So there's kind of this disconnect between what people are expecting to make and what they actually are going to make. And if you're digging yourself a hole in these student loans,
Right.
I mean, that reality once you graduate college hits that much harder. So that's why understanding the terms and options you have at your disposal are very, very important. There's income-based repayment, there's refinancing options, all these different avenues you can kind of explore that a lot of people just aren't aware of.
And the disconnect is also the fact that you're signing on something you're not going to start paying on typically for 4 years. So you're not thinking about it like that.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, student loan's a student loan. I don't need to shop around. I just know I'm going to take this loan. It is what it is. And I sign it. Okay,
Yeah.
Student loan, cool. And then 4 years come around, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm only making $50,000 out of college. Oh my gosh, my student loans are that high.
Yeah.
Like it's all something you don't think about. You push it till the end, to that 4-year mark when you graduate, or you hopefully graduate. And then you're like, all right, now I have to take this head on and figure out how I'm going to take this down.
Yeah, because you got to think, a lot of people that are first getting into student loans are 17, 18-year-old kids.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have a true concept of money. I know I didn't at that time. Like, you'll be taught by your parents and, school to a certain extent of the value of money. But until you get out in the real world, realize the expenses that you're going to have to deal with. I mean, every new stage is like another eye-opening experience.
Knowledge is power in this case.
This
is that understanding is going to be so helpful for keeping you out of that hole, from digging a deeper hole and you're not even paying attention. All of these things. So one thing we've heard or seen online is people talk about you can just move out of the country and your student loans are gone. Oh my gosh, wouldn't that be great? No, that's not how it works. You can't just move to the next country and the United States is like, oh, okay, they're good. Like we don't have to do with them anymore. That's not how it works. They're still gonna want their money.
Debt is like a criminal record. It's just gonna follow you.
Yeah.
Good luck trying to get away from it.
That's true. The scariest government agency is the IRS.
And of course, like most forms of debt, student loans do have the ability to affect your credit score. So if you're like, oh, I'm just going to push it off and everything, kick the can down the road, because like, what are they going to really do?
Yeah.
Well, they can, come after you with, claims and everything, and then your credit score drops. And like we've talked about in previous videos, your credit score, is kind of a gateway to a lot of opportunities and loans and everything and what you'll be able to afford in the future. So it does affect you.
So honestly, the best thing to do is, again, understand what you're signing and be knowledgeable enough to not be taken advantage of.
Yeah.
And you want to make sure that you understand, if you have a co-signer come on, that they understand what's going to happen, what the situation you're getting into.
Yeah.
Maybe even do the calculation. If I do this route for 4 years, this is my projected cost. My projected degree I'm going for, say, is mechanical engineering. They come out of school making, I don't know, this number off the top of my head would say 70,000, and they were 60,000. You're like, I'm gonna have a loan for 250,000. Okay, that's probably not the right choice. You might want to think of something else. Maybe a different school. Maybe go to community college. Maybe stay in state.
Yeah.
Any of those options. Just know your options. Understand what's going on, and that's how you're gonna be better informed. You're gonna have better decisions, and you're gonna be better off in that. Yeah, after you graduate, you're not gonna hate your college degree.
Because I know that's a tough decision. Like, well, I had dreams about this and this. We have to live in the world of reality and everything. And I'm sure, if you are in this financial space, you've probably seen some episodes of like Dave Ramsey where someone's like, I make 60,000 with this. I have $500,000 in student loans, and he just
Rips him a new
rails
one.
into them.
Rips him a
Golly.
new one.
And unfortunately, that is kind of the reality. We can argue about whether it's fair or not, and all these things that need reform. But the world we live in is just simply what we're reporting on right now, and trying to give you the knowledge that if I'm looking into this, getting student loans, make sure you understand what you're getting into. If you already have them, look at your refinance options. Really comb through, be like, okay, what are my options here? So it's really about being informed, like Ryan was saying.
If you recently paid off your student loans, we'd love to hear about it in the
Yeah,
comments.
yeah.
Definitely let us know. We'd love to kind of debt-free scream with you on the student loans and comment back with you guys. And hopefully you guys like this video. Just an update on where student loans are at and our thoughts, I guess, on how you can be better informed and work towards a better future or save your kids if you didn't.
Yeah.
And so please let us know if you like this video by liking it, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for next week's video.
Yep. Thanks, guys.
Stop wasting money on that dumb shit and instead put it in investment. I know it's tempting, you'll spend it and be broke again.